what, dude? If you think of it like that, no matter what, I have to be liable for it.
So let's just do it.
I'm not doing a 15-year. No, not happening, dude. My mortgage friends that do it, and they all told me the same fucking thing. I am fucking stupid for giving y'all a 0% interest loan.
Appreciate it.
All right, I appreciate you, man.
Oh my God, dude. You have this all recorded. What a roller coaster.
All right, guys, as you see, I got a crazy call for you guys today. Last night, I was doing calls for some of our students. They were working a deal. I was semi-involved with it weeks prior. Then they went back and forth negotiating. I wasn't in the picture. I'm not really involved in the deal. But I ended up calling the seller back, and you're going to see the seller absolutely freaks out. And I'm going to show you guys how I saved the call. Let's get into it. Whatever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Level 10?
This is 10. He's a nice guy, but he's going to be pissed, really pissed.
Let me get my popcorn.
It's going to be
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
hey, Anthony, it's Eric.
Hey, what's going on, Eric?
Hey, I really do apologize not getting back to you. I just had a lot going on.
Yeah, no worries.
All right, well, kind of got bad news, good news, and bad news. So good news is I still want to do the deal. Bad news, I can't balloon out the that mortgage. And
Yeah, well, no worries, man. This is the third time y'all reneged on a deal, man. Because y'all had the contracts. The contract hasn't changed one bit. Y'all reviewed it 3 separate times, and now all of a sudden, right before we close, y'all find another reason not to do it.
I mean, I think we could both agree that the economy's up in the air. I don't think anybody really knows how it's going to go.
Look, I'm with you on that. But y'all knew this from the very beginning, so I don't understand what the issue is. Like, if this is how y'all do business, dude, I hope y'all go fucking bankrupt.
Well,
Legitimately hope y'all go bankrupt.
Well, I feel terrible doing this, but like I told
you, said the same thing last time.
I know.
You felt terrible. We're not going to do it again. A bond for deed works at the end of a term. Y'all pay it off, and on top of that, the equity that is charged is the equity that's in the house is charged interest, which I'm charging you 0%. 0%. And I'm taking less. Okay, then let's do this. How about we do this? Give me 60 grand up front. Buy the house for $450, and then I'll extend your shit out for 10 years.
I couldn't do all that.
That's my point. The stupid ass offer that I just made you is what y'all have been doing me the whole time.
We didn't have a problem till the contract came in. So like,
dude, y'all seen the contract. This is the third contract y'all have received.
I've never seen it.
This is the third one. Y'all reviewed it 3 separate times.
We always go off our contract and said like the mortgage always stays in place, and we only like I was telling you the other day, I only cash sellers out of their equity. Then that's it. Then you're out of the picture.
Well, I want to be cashed out of my equity, and then y'all can refinance the loan. I'm not keeping a loan in my name for 30 fucking years for you guys. You are out of your mind.
Again, I only had one convo with this guy trying to get the deal for our student. This was weeks prior to this phone call. They were going back and forth. He thought it was me talking, but it wasn't. And I wouldn't expect you to do that. I get where you're coming from. What if we just extended that portion? So I cashed you out of your equity position early, just like we've been in agreement on, but we just extend that to a 10-year, just so I know for sure.
I'm not interested in that. I gave y'all 6 years. It's supposed to be a 3-year. I gave you 6. Y'all told me that you were putting down that the first offer y'all made was giving me 10%, which was $36,000.
Just notice, guys, like you got to keep it light, and there's like no emotion on my end at all. I don't feel a way. So like you gotta play at that level. Like I don't care what he's saying. I'm gonna hit him with a hard question.
I don't want my name tied to this house for 10 years. I honestly don't want my house tied to this house tied to my name for another year.
I mean,
but I'm willing to do it.
You're willing to do it for 5, so if we went a little longer, it's not a disease. It's not going to kill you, and it's not going to be the first time or the last time you're doing something that you're not too happy with. I mean, we're this close. Let's just wrap it up.
So absolutely.
Hold on. Don't talk.
Pretty sure, as smart as y'all are, or let me rephrase that, as smart as you are, that you would figure out a way to fucking finance the house and cash me out.
I'm just trying to be safe. I mean,
so am I, dude. So am I.
said
if we extend it a little longer, what's the?
15 years, dude. I'm 6 years is my max.
If you did
Don't even
15,
do 6.
if we went longer, what's literally answer this question? If we go a little bit longer, what's the worst thing that's going to happen?
I do not want the house tied to my name. That's what's the worst that can happen to me.
And what
I
happens?
don't want the house tied to my name for 15 years. Period.
It's just protection. But if it is, what's the worst thing that'll happen? It's in your name. What difference does it make?
Right.
What difference does it make? Can you answer
Because it
that?
makes a difference to me.
Here's an idea, just an idea, a creative idea to get you what you want, to make you happy. What if we were to continue with the 6, but we make it contingent upon it appraising and having, that 20% of equity come time? And if it doesn't, and I'm right, then we have the option to extend 1 year. And then if it doesn't appraise because the world's still upside down, just to protect ourselves. But if it appraises and we have that equity, then boom, you're out the deal in 6 years.
Fair, though, what he
And then what if it doesn't?
That's up to you, Clive. That's up to you, Clive.
It's a year.
So like if it doesn't appraise, literally the world's upside down, then okay, we have the option to extend a year. That way we can do so. But I mean, we're literally this close. I know you don't want to go to ground zero. I want to do the deal with you. Let's just wrap it up Monday. We'll try and cash you out in 6. If not, we'll go another year. Done on Monday. Done. Then you don't got to sit on it for another 200 days and it's worth less. Done. Let's just wrap it up. Are we good on that?
Yeah, I'll talk to the attorney tomorrow. I'll give him a call.
We're not giving it more money though.
The loan is going to be paid off in 6 years. My balance is going to be paid off in 6 years. Correct?
Yeah, correct. And just if it doesn't appraise, with us having that 20% of equity, then we'll have the option to extend another year. That way, if you're right, if it does go up, then good. Done. Everything will be wiped out in 6 years.
So then with that option, so again,
he's calmed down so much. This is
I need
crazy.
some type of fucking something in return.
Well, you are. If you're right, I'm cashing you out. If you're
I
wrong,
understand that. I'm talking about up front. So that's my whole thing. Like, I have done nothing but give, and you guys have done nothing but take. So,
and again, I apologize.
So I need something up front to make this worthwhile. So it gives me the option of what happens at the end of 6 years, or it gives me protection for whatever reason, which I know it's not going to happen, but for whatever reason, if it doesn't appraise, say whoever you have living in there completely fucks the house up, which is a very strong possibility. I completely understand that. Then give me the $30,000 up front.
Yeah.
Not 36, do 30.
Yeah.
I'll give you the option at the end of year 6 if there's not 20% equity.
boom.
Are you with that, Clive?
Refi for 1 year, and then we're done at the end of 7. Deal?
I'm okay with that. I think that's a fair deal.
So 30,000 down.
Are you okay though at capping at 7, Clive?
6 years.
I think you're right at that. That's up to you. Okay.
I'll extend you another year.
Is Clive the buyer?
Done.
Yes, he said yes.
Let's wrap it up.
All right.
And
I'll have them fixed. I'll talk to Rick tomorrow, and I'll have the new contract sent over. So,
oh, man.
if I have your word, I'll call.
That's what I mean. You got to agree.
Have
Agree.
him talk
Agree.
to the contracts. Need the money wired to him as soon as by the end of the week.
Okay. All right. That's fair
All
enough.
right.
I appreciate you, trying to stick in there and work this out with us. I really do. Appreciate it.
All right. I appreciate you, man.
All righty. Thanks, Anthony.
Thanks for calling back. I'll call you tomorrow.
Holy crap.
Oh my god.
You have this all recorded. What a roller coaster. What a
That
roller
was
coaster.
insane.
That was good.
gonna
Oh, man, way to go, Eric.
My head's
Hey,
all
Eric, what
over.
happened exactly for this?
What a call,
Because who
man.
screwed up the numbers? Who screwed up the numbers?
Oh
man?
my
I
God.
no, I
That
don't
was
even think
awesome.
I don't even think that's really Dan's fault. I think it was just Clive's trying to get his terms, and Dan already established something before Clive was in, so it just got messy
So wait,
in that
why
way.
is Clive and Dan together?
You're the boss.
Really?
Yeah,
You are the boss. You handled that like a boss.
Dan, I had to throw
You're
you
not
under the
fucking
bus,
living.
but Don't
Nah,
take
you're
that.
good.
Don't take any of that personal. I just you had to say the right things to make him do it.
Trust me, I don't care
Wait.
at all. Whatever
Why
makes
did-
you go.
Why?
That was a ride. That was a ride, man. I was thrown under the bus in my defense, but look, we got it done. He went from freaking out to saying, "I appreciate you, Eric. I'm glad we could work this out." Now, the only reason I was able to handle that call is because I train in sales, negotiating, closing deals. We train every single day. So like Clyde said in the beginning of the call, you know, you got to be ready for these level 10s. You got to be ready to take a punch in the face again and again and again and be able to persist. If you guys didn't catch exactly what has happened on the call, that way I was able to get it done. I took the notes right after the call. I jot down what happened that got us to an agreement. So the first thing that I did to try and handle this guy, I tried to, level up my conviction. So he was talking with a lot of emotion, a lot of conviction, and I try to surpass him. I try to, increase my level of conviction past his, and then that wasn't working. The second thing I did was I tried to hit him with the hard questions in the closing material. Anthony, tell me, what's the worst thing that's going to happen if we get this done? If you notice, he tried to avoid it. In sales, you have to get answers to the questions. I hit him with that question like 4 or 5 times. What is the worst thing that'll happen if we just get this done? Then I hit him with a couple closes pieces. That was not working. The hard questions, the closes, that wasn't able to get the job done. So then I had to soften up a little bit, and I had to try and get a little creative, like, hey, how can we make this deal happen? I'm doing this in my head. And you guys see, we came up with the solution of, hey, Anthony, why don't we do this? Why don't we agree, why don't we continue with what we agreed on, the 6-year balloon? And if you're right, there's equity in the house in that 6-year span, then sure, I'll cash you out. But if I'm right, we have the option to extend a year all the way up to 7 years. I've never structured a deal like that before, but that's the power of creative finance. You can do whatever you can come up with. And so in my head, that's what I came up with, and boom, I got the job done. If you guys like this type of content, let me know down in the comments, and I'll make more videos like this. If you have any questions, put them down there as well, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.